Well, it was a very nice event.
Good afternoon. It is now 5 o'clock, and I'd like to welcome you to the Poulsbo City Council meeting for December 17th, 2025. Poulsbo is committed to being a welcoming, diverse, and equitable community where all people can access tools and opportunities to improve their quality of life, allowing them to reach their full potential. During its meetings, the Poulsbo City Council will use this lens to inclusively view its discussions and actions. And Mr. McVeigh, would you do the land acknowledgement, please?
Be happy to. Thank you, Mayor. Poulsbo is located on the ancestral lands of the indigenous Suquamish people, for whom this place was known as Tuk Tuk Lots, or the land of the vine maples. And a quote from Chief Seattle from 1854. Every part of this soil is sacred in the estimation of my people. Every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove has been hallowed by some sad or happy event in days long vanished.
Thank you very much. Now, would you stand if you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The next thing on the agenda is to review and approve the agenda, and I don't see any changes, so I'd entertain a motion. Go ahead.
Madam Mayor, move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. Crowe.
Crow, aye.
No, aye.
Lived aye.
McVeigh, aye.
Packard, aye. Stern, aye.
Thank you, council. Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. My monitors aren't on.
Our monitors aren't on.
There we go. There's Doug Tabor. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Tabor, Mr. Tabor, do you say aye?
Aye. Tabor, aye.
Thank you. Now we're moving on to public comments. If you have public comments for the council, please step to the podium and you have 3 minutes and state your name for the record. There's a lot of police officers back there. Okay, is there any public comment this evening?
Hi, Miss Becky Erickson. I wasn't prepared to come up here to speak, but I'm honored to speak on about Becky and how supportive she has been and always was supportive of Public Works. I really appreciated that. And I know that she went to bat for Public Works many times, and we felt her presence around the shop anytime she came to visit us. And it was always a pleasure and honor to have her around. So
Thank
I
you.
just want to thank you, Becky, for your support and hanging in there with us the whole time.
Thank you. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Joe.
Any more public comments? Okay, seeing and hearing none, we're going on to mayor's reports and council comments. Ms. Crowe, how are you this evening?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Congratulations on your journey and this being the final leg of it. And thank you so much for your service to the city and the economic battleship that you turned to leave us in such a good place. I have admired the thick skin that you've modeled with the soft heart. And, you know, I hope to see you out in the community enjoying this city and the things that you helped to put into place. So sorry I was out for a couple of weeks on a road trip, but I'm so glad to make this final meeting. And so thank you for walking the walk that you've walked. So appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Crowe. Mr. Newell. Ms. Liddell.
There's no way to really capture all the thoughts, so I'm not going to try, but Um, it's just been an honor and a pleasure. So thank you. Thank you. Mr. McVeigh.
Thank you, Mayor. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays to everybody. I had a chance to speak during the mayor's retirement event earlier, so I'm not going to say much other than, for the record, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I've learned a lot from you, and you have definitely made this community a better place. So much appreciated.
Thank you, Mr. McVeigh. Mr. Eckert.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor, for everything you did for the city, for me. I think another example, the testament of what you've done is standing along the back wall. Our strong police force definitely is a testament to your leadership too. I'll stop there because I'm going to get emotional yet again. And I'll just say also before the meeting, I had the honor with leadership from our VFW post. We nominate various recognitions throughout the year. And this year we were able to do a public safety nomination with nomination from Chief, I guess. He gave a great nomination that we put forth then to the state or to the district and go up to the state, hopefully on the nationals, for recognition of service to our community, service to the force or to the city. And our nominations this year that we just recognized at our level and move on were for Kelly, Christina, Chloe, and Hadley for their contributions to the force, to the city. And so thank you again, ladies, for all you do.
Thank you, Mr. Eckert. Mr. Stir.
Thank you, Mayor Erickson. It's my privilege tonight to be able to anchor this relay race, this team we call a city council and a mayor. We're involved in a baton passing, just like we did in track and field in high school, but this is much more momentous. If I could ask the clerk to put up the photo in a moment, and I'm going to call out in the audience. We have a council colleague, if you'd raise her hand, Connie Lord, who started with me on city council in 1998. And then we also have our newest elected city councilman receiving his oath of office in January. If you'd raise your hand, Michael Fitzpatrick, and that represents quite a spectrum. But that spectrum only begins to touch your term in office. And I want to say right now, our city, nearly 120 years old, Mayor Becky Erickson represents the longest serving mayor in the town's history. I have the original, which it took, Becky knows I had to get down on my hands and knees in my old office and dig through paper and spider webs and things I don't even want to discuss, but it looks really good this evening. So up on the screen, and Joe, you'll see this, and Mike, and there are a couple of police officers who might remember this as well, Lee and Sean, and maybe a few others. This is the original City Hall. This is virtually Mayor Erickson's first night as mayor. It might be a couple months into it, I'm not sure. Miss Poulsbo is Erica Scott. She's wearing her ribbon. And up at the council table, does that adjust out at all, Rhiannon? Because we're cutting off the good Councilwoman Connie Lord. She's there. Well, that's too bad. Connie, you're here in living color, and that's better yet. So starting right to left is Councilwoman Connie Lord. And then it was Jeff Bauman, who came up from being our Public Works Director.
There it is.
You all remember that. There we are. Connie, you're way too shy. Then we have Jeff McGinty, our longest serving councilman, I think, in town history at this point, Mayor, 30 plus years.
38.
Next to him, a friend of all of ours, especially Becky Erickson, Dale Rudolph. There's Becky at one of her first council meetings. Then that's Miss Poulsbo, Erica Scott. Next to her, moving to the left, is Councilwoman Linda Berry Murray, who came in with Councilwoman Becky Erickson that year, and then myself. That's the old City Hall. A number of you will remember it. It's the one with the yellow footprints that would lead down to the old district court, kind of like a yellow brick road. The wall above the mayor's head, you'll notice it's cut off and it's open. If we ever had disagreements, we never had disagreements, did we, Mayor? Never. We would go behind that wall and think nobody could hear us. And then we come back into the council chambers. I don't know who we thought we were fooling, but we felt better for it. So what I might do on that note is ask the mayor to follow me to the podium if she would. And then if my council colleagues would come down off the dais to join in a presentation of a very special key to the city. We are not moving the podium, for the record. So if we could come in tight. There are keys to the city, and then there are keys to the city. This is a very special key to the city for a very special mayor, the longest serving mayor in the city of Poulsbo history, going back to virtually the beginning of the 20th century. This reads Mayor Becky Erickson. It has the city seal on it, the same seal that all the police officers in this room wear as part of their badge and shoulder. It reads, presented to Mayor Becky Erickson from Poulsbo City Council and the staff, Councilwoman 2008 through 9, Mayor 2010 through 2025, with appreciation for your years of dedicated service and visionary leadership. I'm proud on behalf of this council to present this to Mayor Becky Erickson.
As I said earlier today, any mayor, any position of leadership is only as good as the team that is gathered around that person. I have been very fortunate to have a bunch of really terrific people that work for the city of Poulsbo in various places and in various times. And I'm actually standing here looking at our wonderful police force, who is a remarkable group of people, and I couldn't be prouder of you guys. Thank you. And I couldn't be prouder. And time after time, when times were troubled or times were hard, it was because of the actions of staff that the problems were solved. It wasn't me. It was the smart people, the kind people, the compassionate people that work for the city of Poulsbo that made the difference. So I want to say thank you all. Thank you all very much. And thank you, council, I'm not going to say unwavering support, because that's not your job. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be the separation of powers. We're supposed to work collaboratively, but keep each other in check. And you guys have done a terrific job. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Perhaps the police shouldn't leave, because I have a feeling we're about to be assaulted by a certain group from over there.
Thank you, Vikings. Thanks you, Poulsbo PD. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service and all you've done for the common Vikings. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Vikings.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, come on around. Guys, come around. In fact, there's a notorious a picture of you Vikings sitting at the council dais, but since this is a real meeting, I don't think we're going to go that far. Okay?
I'll stand behind it.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
It just kind of
It
pushes.
It. Okay. Watch this guy here.
Come on.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for coming.
All right. Everybody.
This must be very funny.
Got it? Are you ready?
Be friendly.
Can you do the Viking here? Do the Viking here.
We are the Vikings, forged in Valhalla.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
You guys have,
Now you'll have time to get Mike. Thanks, Christina.
thank you. Okay. Now, the next thing we have is, we did Mr. Tabor, do you have any comments this evening? I lost track of where I was. Why would that happen? Anyway, go ahead. Doug, anything this evening?
Mayor, it was an honor and a privilege to serve with you. And yeah, I can't follow that up. That was great. It's just yeah, it's great to be a part of the city and under your lead.
Thank you, Mr. Tabor. The next thing on the agenda, since we've all done the council comments and reports, is the oath of office for Mr. McVeigh. Gary, would you like to step down to the podium, please? Okay. Mr. McVeigh, raise your right hand. I say your name,
I, Gary McVeigh,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am a citizen
that I am a citizen
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Washington,
and the state of Washington,
that I am legally qualified
that I am legally qualified
to assume the office
to assume the office
of City of Poulsbo Council Position 7,
of the City of Poulsbo Council Position 7,
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Washington,
and of the state of Washington,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of this office
of this office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Wow, all this fun stuff. Okay. The next thing on our agenda is board and commission and outside agency reports. Does anyone have any board and commissions or outside agency reports? I was going to give a brief report, Mayor,
Okay.
on a meeting I attended yesterday. Yesterday, I stood in for Mayor-elect Stern and attended a meeting that the North Kitsap United athletic field, YMCA, rezone group organized in Port Gamble. And there were, I don't know, 50 people there. So they invited mostly elected leaders, land trust representatives, other community leaders from the North Kitsap area. And just a few things that my colleagues might be interested in learning from that. The group made it very clear that they are ending their attempts to rezone that property to build fields and a YMCA facility, as well as some other amenities over there. What they are doing now is turning to the community. They are offering the land for sale to the community, 400 acres at a cost of about $6.2 million. They essentially are giving the community 2 years to raise half of the funds, and then an additional 2 years to raise the remaining half of the funds, should the community want to do that. And if the community doesn't want to do that, they will likely sell the property for development. It's currently zoned rural residential, so 20-acre lots would be sort of the standard in that area. So I think it remains to be seen whether the community will step up and raise those funds. From our perspective, I did learn a few things that you might be interested in knowing. The YMCA representative who spoke yesterday said they prefer that site over the Poulsbo Perk location at this point in time. And he said it was primarily because of the adjacent access to nature trails and other environmental education opportunities, is what they said. Depending on how they might develop a YMCA there, if they're able to, they would be able to do it. I visited with Commissioner Rolfus briefly this afternoon, and she said they could do that, put fields and Y there without any sort of zoning change, but it would be very it could be tricky with the YMCA and wastewater treatment issues there. What they might do, what they talked about doing yesterday at this meeting was trying to filter that water on site. I don't know enough about it to know if it's feasible or not. But the other point I thought was interesting, they said even if the perk is built, fully developed, there'll still be a shortage of fields in the county. And they want, I think they don't see their effort necessarily competing with the perk. They could see it as being complementary, and more fields are needed than we're going to be able to offer at our location, was according to the organizers. So I was happy to represent Poulsbo. I didn't say a thing. We just all kind of listened. I think John Rose from Radiant, who organized the meeting and kind of was the, if you will, master of ceremonies yesterday. John has made it clear that he's looking forward to retirement. I think this is the last chance he's still working to try to accomplish something there from his perspective. And again, it'll be up to the community, and the Great Peninsula Conservancy would be the landholder if it is purchased, and would negotiate the purchase price with Radiant. So I'm happy to answer any questions now or later, but I wanted to give you folks an update on how that meeting went yesterday.
Can you tell me who the representative was from Y?
Yes, it was Harold Shea was his name. Yeah, I believe that's right. Does that ring a bell with you, Ed? Is that name? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Harold Shea spoke, John Rose spoke, some folks from the Great Peninsula Land Conservancy spoke, Carrie Bozeman spoke. Anyway, so that's it. That's all I have for the night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McVeigh. Mr. Eckert.
Yeah, I just, well, my thoughts on the matter on what the original thing, you can just look at the county commissioner meetings I went to. But I think if there's going to be an attempt to continue to do anything in that area, we definitely want to factor that into our conversations about Bond Road with that committee that we've started. Because one of the main concerns that I had and vocalized to the county commissioners was the traffic impacts of what was being considered. And just as an aside, I did talk with the Y folks in the meetings they held, the NKU meetings, and suggested if they wanted to do something like the Camp Seymour, which they have down the south end, up this way, which is all outdoor ed. It's not an indoor facility like in Silverdale. That's an entirely different prospect. And an outdoor ed with horseback, horse riding and hiking and nature trails probably would fit the north end of the community better than what had been proposed before. They didn't really ever seem to be open to that. But so if they want to go that route, I'd love to talk to them about it. But I think the problem is building a building like what's in Silverdale in that location, because as you mentioned, the sewer. And when you start to look at an Olympic-sized pool, the wastewater treatment of that is significant, and there's nothing there. And that's aquifer recharge area. So that's when the groups that were opposed to it really got involved. So
I'm sorry, I know we have a busy agenda. I don't want to belabor it, but one thing I should make clear that it's a total of 400 acres. 100 acres would be set aside for the recreation. The Land Conservancy would control the other 300 acres and would remain essentially in its natural state for enjoyment by the community. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McVeigh. Mr. Eckert. It's just Mr. Stern.
Thank you, Mayor Erickson. Don't get to say that much longer. Pleasure to be up here with you, Mayor. We had a reach out, the city did, from what's called the Bainbridge Island Ferry Advisory Council. Now, it's been in existence since the 1960s. It's appointed by state. It's within the state codes. Every community or city that has a ferry landing, a ferry run, has a ferry advisory committee. We received that outreach. And so City Administrator Geldern and I met with them at their request. Tony Smallbeck, who you're well familiar with, has been appointed to that for some time. There's an appointment from Suquamish, and Bainbridge itself is lacking one right now. So we took that meeting last Friday, and I just want to point out, Mayor, you hosted a number of town halls here for Representative Greg Nance, which have focused largely on ferry. You yourself have participated at the Puget Sound Regional Council on the ferry initiative, so it remains an extremely sensitive, important topic to all of us who live on this side away from Seattle and the metropolitan corridor. So they're looking for better engagement. And so we took that meeting, and I will note, we are in fact going to sponsor another town hall. I assume it'll key on ferries, but it'll involve others. Representative Nance has asked to utilize the council chambers on Sunday, January 18 at 2 p.m. for a town hall. And again, City Administrator Gelder and I were simply getting up to speed on the Ferry Advisory Council, its history, the communities they're in, the role they play. So we would just have another tool in the toolbox as we look to try to support the ferry system, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Stern. Mr. Tabor, any comments? Any board and commission council reports? Anything? Okay. City Administrator and department head comments. Mr. Gelder, how are you?
I'm very well, Madam Mayor and council members, apparently quite loud too. I just wanted to keep my comments pretty brief this evening, but I just wanted to again extend my thanks